Chapter 1. The Calm Before the Storm. In the vast expanse of the Milky Way, where stars twinkled like scattered gems in the cosmic night, humanity thrived among the stars. For centuries, they had voyaged through the cosmos, exploring, colonizing, and forging alliances with alien races they encountered. But their greatest triumphs were overshadowed by the looming threat of betrayal. As the stars burned bright and the galaxies spun in their eternal dance, the Galactic Council presided over the affairs of the cosmos. Composed of various alien species, the Council was meant to promote peace, cooperation, and understanding among all sentient beings. However, beneath the veneer of unity, darker motives lurked. On the planet Earth, nestled within the Orion arm of the galaxy, humanity flourished. They had unlocked the secrets of space travel, harnessing the power of warp drives and wormholes to expand their reach across the stars. Their fleets patrolled the cosmos, safeguarding their colonies and trading routes. But unbeknownst to humanity, envy and greed festered within the hearts of some council members. They resented humanity's rapid ascent to power and feared their growing influence. In clandestine meetings hidden from prying eyes, they conspired to strip humanity of its freedom and subjugate it to their will. As the Council's machinations unfolded, whispers of betrayal echoed through the corridors of power. Humanity remained blissfully unaware, their attention focused on exploration and innovation. But a storm brewed on the horizon, one that would shake the very foundations of the galaxy. Deep within the heart of the Council's capital world, a secret alliance formed. Alien races, once considered allies, turned their backs on humanity, seduced by promises of power and prestige. Plans were set in motion, hidden behind layers of deception and deceit. Meanwhile, on Earth, Admiral Marcus Hayes oversaw the United Earth Fleet, vigilant against any threat that dared to challenge humanity's sovereignty. With a steady hand and a sharp mind, he navigated the treacherous waters of interstellar politics, unaware of the betrayal brewing among the stars. But the calm before the storm could only last for so long. In the depths of space, a fleet of warships assembled, their hulls gleaming with the promise of conquest. Led by traitorous council members, they set course for Earth, intent on subjugating humanity once and for all. As the first shots of betrayal rang out across the cosmos, humanity stood on the brink of annihilation. But little did their enemies know. They were about to unleash a fury unlike anything the galaxy had ever seen. For humanity was not alone in the universe, and their resolve was as unyielding as the stars themselves. Chapter 2. The Gathering Storm. On the bridge of the flagship. UEF Avalon. Admiral Marcus Hayes stood with a furrowed brow, studying the holographic displays that filled the room. His eyes narrowed as he analyzed the incoming data streams, a sense of unease settling in the pit of his stomach. "Report," he commanded, his voice steady despite the turmoil brewing within. Captain Elena Ramirez, his second-in-command, stepped forward, her expression grave. "Admiral, long-range sensors have detected a large fleet approaching from the outer rim. Their transponder codes identify them as Council vessels, but their trajectory suggests they're headed straight for Earth." Admiral Hayes clenched his jaw, his mind racing with possibilities. The Council had never mobilized such a large force without prior communication. Something was amiss, and he knew they had to be prepared for the worst. "Alert all fleet commanders," he ordered, his voice cutting through the tension. "Prepare for immediate deployment. We need to assess the situation and be ready to defend Earth at all costs." As the orders were relayed throughout the fleet, tension mounted among the crew. They knew that whatever awaited them on the other side of the stars spelled danger for humanity. But they were ready to face it head-on, their resolve unwavering in the face of adversity. In the heart of the Council's fleet, aboard the flagship of the traitorous alliance, Supreme Commander Zalcor watched with satisfaction as his plans unfolded. His reptilian eyes gleamed with malice as he observed the human world looming closer with each passing moment. "Prepare the fleet for planetary bombardment," he hissed, relishing the thought of humanity's inevitable defeat. "Once Earth falls, the rest of the galaxy will bow before us." His subordinates nodded in agreement, eager to claim their share of glory and power. But little did they know, humanity was not as defenseless as they believed. As the Council fleet closed in on Earth, the United Earth fleet stood ready to meet them head-on. Their ships bristled with weapons, their crews prepared to fight to the last breath, for they knew that their home, their freedom, and their very existence hung in the balance. The stage was set for a battle that would determine the fate of the galaxy. Betrayal had ignited the flames of war, but humanity would not go down without a fight. With courage in their hearts and determination in their souls, they prepared to face the storm that threatened to consume them all. Chapter 3. The Battle for Earth. As the Council fleet descended upon Earth like a storm of malevolence, the skies above the planet erupted into chaos. The United Earth fleet met their adversaries head-on, engaging them in a fierce battle that reverberated across the cosmos. On the bridge of the UEF Avalon, Admiral Marcus Hayes watched the unfolding conflict with grim determination. His hands gripped the railing tightly as he issued orders to his crew, directing their efforts to repel the invading forces. "Deploy fighter squadrons Alpha through Omega," he commanded, his voice echoing through the bustling bridge. "We need to keep their fighters at bay while we focus our fire on their capital ships." The crew sprang into action, executing their orders with precision born of years of training and discipline. The hum of weapons charging filled the air as the Avalon and her sister ships unleashed a torrent of firepower upon their enemies. In the midst of the chaos, Captain Ramirez approached the Admiral with a concerned expression. "Admiral, the Council fleet's numbers are greater than we anticipated," she reported. "We're holding our own for now, but we can't sustain this level of engagement indefinitely." Admiral Hayes nodded, his jaw set in a determined line. "We need to buy time for reinforcements to arrive," he replied. "Signal the rest of the fleet to focus on defensive maneuvers while we coordinate with our allies." As the battle raged on, humanity's allies heeded the call to arms, arriving from distant corners of the galaxy to lend their aid. Together, they formed a united front against the traitorous forces of the Galactic Council, their combined strength a beacon of hope amidst the darkness of war. But even as they fought valiantly, the Council fleet continued to press their advantage, their relentless assault pushing the defenders to the brink of exhaustion. The skies above Earth burned with the fury of battle, the fate of humanity hanging in the balance. As the battle raged on, Admiral Hayes felt a surge of determination course through his veins. He knew that the survival of Earth depended on their ability to stand firm against the tide of betrayal. With every fiber of his being, he vowed to fight until his last breath, to defend his home and all that he held dear. Amidst the chaos of battle, a glimmer of hope shone through the darkness. For as long as humanity stood united, they would never falter in the face of adversity. The battle for Earth raged on, a testament to the indomitable spirit of mankind and their unwavering resolve to overcome even the greatest of challenges. Chapter 4. Turning the Tide. As the battle for Earth raged on, Admiral Marcus Hayes and his fellow commanders rallied their forces, determined to turn the tide of the conflict in humanity's favor. Despite the overwhelming odds stacked against them, they refused to yield, drawing strength from their unity and resolve. On the bridge of the UEF Avalon, Admiral Hayes stood at the forefront of the fight, his eyes fixed on the holographic displays that illuminated the room. His mind raced as he analyzed the ever-shifting dynamics of the battlefield, searching for a weakness to exploit. "We need to coordinate our attacks more effectively," he announced, addressing his officers. "Focus fire on their command ships and disrupt their formations. We can't afford to let them regroup." His words spurred the crew into action, their movements precise and purposeful as they executed the Admiral's orders with unwavering determination. Across the fleet, ships shifted position, their weapons trained on the heart of the Council Armada. As the battle raged on, humanity's allies fought alongside them with unmatched courage and valor. From the nimble vessels of the avians to the formidable warships of the reptilian Dracarians, they stood united in their defiance against the forces of betrayal. Amidst the chaos of battle, a glimmer of hope emerged as the tide began to turn in humanity's favor. The Council fleet, caught off guard by the sudden shift in tactics, faltered under the relentless onslaught of the United Earth fleet and their allies. With each passing moment, the defenders gained ground, driving back their adversaries with a ferocity born of desperation. The skies above Earth echoed with the thunder of cannon fire and the roar of engines as the two opposing forces clashed in a final, decisive confrontation. But even as victory seemed within reach, the Council fleet unleashed a devastating counterattack, their remaining forces rallying around their flagship in a last-ditch effort to turn the tide of battle. The fate of Earth hung in the balance as the final showdown loomed on the horizon. As the UF Avalon led the charge against the Council flagship, Admiral Hayes felt a surge of adrenaline course through his veins. With every ounce of strength and determination, he fought to overcome the enemy's defenses, his mind focused on one singular goal: victory at any cost. In the heat of battle, amidst the swirling maelstrom of chaos and destruction, humanity stood united against the forces of betrayal. For as long as they drew breath, they would never surrender, never relent, until their enemies lay defeated at their feet and peace was restored to the galaxy once more. Chapter 5. Triumph and Reckoning. As the final clash between the United Earth Fleet and the traitorous forces of the Galactic Council reached its climax, the fate of Earth hung in the balance. The skies above the planet erupted into a symphony of destruction as ships of all sizes traded blows, their weapons unleashing torrents of energy that illuminated the darkness of space. On the bridge of the UF Avalon, Admiral Marcus Hayes stood at the helm, his eyes locked onto the looming silhouette of the Council flagship. With determination etched upon his features, he issued commands to his crew, directing their efforts in a last, desperate push to claim victory. "Target their engines," he ordered, his voice resolute. "We need to disable their ability to maneuver." His crew responded with precision, their fingers dancing across control panels as they unleashed a barrage of firepower upon the enemy vessel. The Council flagship shuddered under the onslaught, its shields faltering as explosions blossomed across its hull. But even as victory seemed within reach, the enemy fought back with a ferocity born of desperation. The Council's supreme commander, Zalcor, refused to yield, directing his remaining forces in a final, desperate bid to turn the tide of battle. As the battle raged on, a sense of anticipation filled the air, mingled with the echoes of past betrayals and the weight of countless lives lost in the name of greed and power. But amidst the chaos, a glimmer of hope emerged as humanity's determination remained unbroken, their resolve unwavering in the face of adversity. With a final, thunderous blast, the Council flagship's engines erupted in a brilliant display of light and flame, sending shockwaves rippling through the void. The once mighty vessel faltered, its momentum grinding to a halt as it drifted helplessly through space. Admiral Hayes watched with bated breath as the enemy ship's defenses crumbled, its hull breached, and its crew scrambling to contain the damage. With a sense of triumph coursing through his veins, he knew that victory was finally within their grasp. "Signal the fleet," he commanded, his voice ringing out with authority. "Prepare to board and secure the enemy vessel. It's time to bring this conflict to an end." As the United Earth Fleet moved in to secure their hard-fought victory, Admiral Hayes couldn't help but feel a sense of satisfaction wash over him. Despite the trials and tribulations they had faced, humanity had emerged triumphant, their spirit unbroken, and their resolve stronger than ever before. But even as they celebrated their victory, the Admiral knew that the battle was far from over. The Galactic Council may have been defeated, but their betrayal had left scars that would take time to heal. As humanity looked to the stars once more, they did so with a newfound determination to forge their own destiny, free from the shackles of betrayal and oppression. And with the galaxy at their fingertips, they stood ready to embrace whatever challenges lay ahead, united in their quest for a brighter future. Chapter 6. Rebuilding and Reconciliation. With the battle won and the traitorous forces of the Galactic Council defeated, humanity turned its attention to rebuilding and reconciliation. The scars of war ran deep, but amidst the ruins, a newfound sense of unity and purpose emerged. On Earth, cities lay in ruins, their once proud skyscrapers reduced to rubble by the fires of conflict. But amidst the devastation, humanity rallied together, working tirelessly to rebuild their homes and communities from the ashes. In the halls of power, Diplomats from across the galaxy convened to negotiate peace and establish new alliances. Old wounds were healed, and bridges of understanding were built between former enemies as the galaxy sought to move forward from the darkness of war. Admiral Marcus Hayes stood at the forefront of the rebuilding efforts, his leadership guiding humanity through the tumultuous aftermath of the conflict. With each passing day, the scars of war began to fade, replaced by a sense of hope and optimism for the future. But even as they worked to rebuild, the memory of betrayal lingered in the minds of many. The Galactic Council's treachery had left a bitter taste in humanity's mouth, and trust was not easily regained. In the wake of the conflict, efforts were made to reform the Council to ensure that such betrayal could never happen again. New safeguards were put in place, and transparency became the cornerstone of interstellar diplomacy, as the galaxy sought to learn from the mistakes of the past. As the years passed, humanity continued to thrive among the stars, their spirit unbroken by the trials they had faced. With each passing generation, the memory of the betrayal faded into legend, a cautionary tale of the dangers of unchecked ambition and greed. But amidst the echoes of the past, a new era dawned for humanity, one defined not by the mistakes of their predecessors, but by the boundless potential of the future. And as they looked out upon the vast expanse of the cosmos, they did so with hope in their hearts, and the promise of a brighter tomorrow guiding their way. Chapter 7. A New Dawn. With the wounds of war slowly healing and the galaxy embarking on a path of reconciliation, humanity stood at the threshold of a new dawn. Freed from the shadows of betrayal, they looked to the future with renewed optimism and determination. On Earth, the scars of conflict began to fade as cities were rebuilt and communities flourished once more. The resilience of humanity shone brightly, a testament to their ability to overcome even the greatest of challenges. But amidst the rebuilding efforts, whispers of unrest lingered in the air. While the Galactic Council had been defeated, there were those who still harbored resentment towards humanity for their role in the conflict. Old prejudices died hard, and tensions simmered beneath the surface of interstellar politics. Admiral Marcus Hayes, now a revered hero among his people, understood the delicate balance of power that governed the galaxy. With a steady hand and a keen mind, he navigated the treacherous waters of diplomacy, forging new alliances and strengthening old ones in an effort to ensure lasting peace. But even as they worked towards reconciliation, new threats emerged on the horizon. Across the vast expanse of space, whispers of unrest grew louder as fringe factions and rogue elements sought to exploit the chaos left in the wake of the war. With each passing day, the need for vigilance became ever more apparent. The United Earth Fleet remained ever vigilant, its ships patrolling the borders of human space, ready to defend against any threat that dared to challenge their sovereignty. But amidst the challenges that lay ahead, there was also hope. Humanity had proven time and time again that they were capable of overcoming even the greatest of obstacles, and as they looked towards the stars, they did so with a sense of pride and determination, knowing that whatever the future held, they would face it together as one united people bound by the shared dream of a brighter tomorrow. Chapter 8. The Legacy of Humanity. As time marched on and the echoes of war faded into memory, humanity's legacy endured. Their resilience in the face of adversity, their unwavering determination, and their boundless spirit continued to inspire future generations to reach for the stars and to strive for greatness. On Earth, the scars of the conflict served as a reminder of the price of freedom and the importance of unity. Cities thrived once more, bustling with life and energy as humanity rebuilt and reclaimed what had been lost. Across the galaxy, the bonds forged in the crucible of conflict remained strong as allies stood shoulder to shoulder, ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. The lessons learned from the betrayal of the Galactic Council served as a beacon of wisdom, guiding the galaxy towards a future built on cooperation and mutual respect. And as humanity looked towards the stars, they did so with a sense of hope and optimism, knowing that their journey was far from over, for the galaxy was vast and filled with endless possibilities, and they stood ready to embrace whatever adventures awaited them on the horizon. And so, As the story of humanity's triumph over betrayal drew to a close, it was not an ending but a new beginning. For as long as there were stars in the sky and dreams in the hearts of mankind, their legacy would endure, a testament to the indomitable spirit of humanity and their capacity for greatness. And as they ventured forth into the unknown, they did so with heads held high, knowing that their destiny was theirs to shape, and that the best was yet to come.